Is there really freedom of speech in Africa? Can you enlighten me on that, please?
You mean freedom of speech as in democracy?
Yes, of course.
Well, I would tell you that there is freedom of speech in Africa. Each and every African from in the continent are free to talk. They are free to express themselves.
In
So
all African countries or in the
yeah,
particular countries.
I'm going to tell you what there is freedom of speech in every African country that is practicing democracy. I think every African country is a democratic system, right?
Yes, I agree.
So yes, to an extent, there is freedom of speech. But the main thing here is the deal. There is no freedom after speech.
Yes.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
Like you have the freedom, you can, express yourself. But after you are done expressing yourself, then you will not be waiting for the consequences. So in Africa, there is freedom of speech, but there is no freedom after speech. That is what I think.
What system of government, that's the democratic system or the dictatorship government, which be best for African countries? Can you tell me here?
Between the democratic system of government and a dictatorship, okay, what system of government is African countries practicing now?
Mm, Majority of them is the democratic system.
Democratic system, right?
Yes.
And how is Africa?
Africa, their leaders that don't even want to come down to power, and
Good,
that's where the dictatorship government comes in.
good, good. We have a democracy, but if we want to look at the definition of a democracy, we see that it's not applying in Africa. We just have the name that we have a democratic system of government, but it's not applying. Like compared to the people that give us this system of government, it's not the same. It's not working in Africa. So what I think is this: I think the reason why the democratic system of government is not working in Africa, like how it's working in other places, is that it is not our culture.
Our culture,
Yes,
I don't understand you, please.
I'm going to tell you something. The Chinese, they don't have democracy.
Really?
Yes, the system of government in China is not democratic. It is native from their ancestors. The way that their ancestors ruled, it is the same thing that they are doing now.
They don't do campaign, they don't do election.
They do campaign. I'm not saying that. Of course, there are political, should I say, political
There are no
leaders
political
or whatsoever.
parties there. There are no political
There will be
parties.
political parties.
No, no, no. In a system that as you said that they are practicing, there must not be a political
When
parties
it comes to
because
politics, there must be an opposition.
see,
Even in
Nelson,
kingdoms
Nelson,
that they are putting kings, there
listen,
must be an opposition. Somebody
listen,
that's going to say, you know what, I'm not going to allow you ascend that throne. You will
listen.
never ascend that throne. It will be over my dead body. So in ancient times, that we can call that an opposition, an opposition leader or whatsoever.
Listen.
You know,
In a country that they are not practicing a democratic system, right?
yeah.
Like for example, as we earlier said about Mali, Assimi Goïta being the leader through a coup. So in Mali recently now, there is no political parties because Mali themselves, the citizens themselves, Malians have decided that Assimi Goïta is going to rule their country till further notice. It means he's able to renew his mandate at any time as possible.
Well,
So this to show you that there is in a country where there is no democratic system,
yes.
the leader that is now ruling through a coup, that's a dictatorship, will continue ruling without no political opposition coming against his mandate. You get?
That's why I'm telling you that it is not like that. Well, when it comes to Mali, it is a bit different. And I'll tell you what, because the people are satisfied with the current leadership. The people are satisfied with the current leadership. So if the people, it's just the same thing in Burkina Faso. Everybody in Burkina Faso, they don't want this current leader to step down, is it Traore? because he has put smiles on the people's faces. That is all that matters. And I'm going to tell you what, at times I don't even care about what kind of system of government a country is having or what kind of system of government controls a country. All what I care is, are the people in that country happy? Are the grandmothers, are the kids, the children, the leaders of tomorrow, are they happy with their country, with the system of government in their country? That is all that matters. All right. Because you are there as a leader to reflect the people, and you are there to protect, to guide, and to control and manage the resources and the country. So if you are there and the people say, oh, you know what, I think this guy is the best, and everybody around 80 to 90% of people want you to stay, to remain on that seat, then that is a different case. You understand? And even if about 90% of, I'm going to tell you what, even the president of Mali right now, that the Malians want him to remain in power forever, I'm going to tell you that it's not everybody that is happy. But maybe there will be a time,
My
even it
bro,
might not be now, but there
listen,
will be a
listen,
time that there will be
listen.
opposition leaders.
In every government, in any government, there are majorities and minorities. You understand? So I can say, when you say that not everybody is happy, they are the minorities. So
That's what I'm
in
saying.
a system
It
like,
doesn't matter if they're the
in a
minorities or
system
not.
in
All
a
right.
system like that, majority wins the vote. If many of the citizens are in support of their leader to go ahead to rule them, then definitely the current leader will go ahead to rule them, and not the other
No,
way around. All right?
our argument is that a country that practices dictatorship, there is no opposition leaders, right?
Yeah.
That is your argument, right?
Mhm.
So I'm now trying to explain to you that that is not the case. That is why I said what I just said. You understand? So it doesn't matter if everybody likes you. There will be a time where someone will stand and say, you know what, I can do better than this man. Yes, I know he's a great man. He has done good for the country. But aren't you all seeing that he has, maybe he's of age? I think he should step down for now. Let me take over the throne. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can do more. That's what I'm telling you. Even in kingdoms that they appoint kings, there are still opposition leaders. There are still people that will be like, you know what? I don't think this man is best for the throne. I
Okay,
want to
okay. You know
ascend
what?
the throne.
President of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore said when he went to power through that coup, there was a time that he came up to the crowd, to the population, and said, if you see me as not good to be your president, you are
Yes.
free to do elections, or you are free to tell me, let me step down
Good.
from what I'm doing.
Good.
So you see, they are the citizens themselves who said, no, Mr. President, you can continue to rule us because we have seen that you are indeed a good leader.
Good.
So we don't want nobody to take over this throne. That you can stay
Because
there,
because
seek
maybe
further notice.
because maybe they are afraid, and I'm going to tell you, the people they
Afraid
are,
of what? Afraid
yeah,
of what?
listen, let me just land. The people came out and say those things. They want Traore to remain there because they are afraid that they will lose
A good.
somebody like him. That
Yeah.
maybe the other person that will come and ascend, maybe the person will be worse. The person will not be doing what. So that's why I'm telling you that if everybody wants you to be there, you are going to be there. But it does not mean that Traore is not having an opposition somewhere. The person might not have come out to express he or herself, but I'm going to tell you what, there must be a time that someone will stand up and say, you know what, the Burkina Faso people, I think I am also ripe for the rulership. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Then
You understand?
listen,
But I'm not saying, yes, go on.
listen.